Namaskar. Hello. Welcome to the ninth episode of Odissi One World. Today, when we all in every corner of the world are doing everything possible to dodge or survive this virus called Corona, the word that has gained much significance in this context is wellness and fitness of the body and mind. And as history has shown us, dance has always been an integral part of the mainstream society. Dance, with its rhythmic body movements, has been a big contributing factor in the physical, mental, and spiritual well being of mankind since time immemorial. As Albert Einstein so aptly said, dancers are the athletes of God. So today we start the program, as usual, with a brief introduction of our panel of highly revered and exceptionally talented panel of gurus. Our gurus are not only instrumental in teaching the finer nuances of the Odissi dance form to their students and disciples, but they also walk the divine path along with their sishyas and help them in attaining a perfect balance in their physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. We start with first, Guru Sharon Lowen. She needs very little introduction. Guru Sharon received her training in Odissi since 1975 from Padma Bhushan Kelucharan Mahapatra, the undisputed master and architect of the contemporary Odissi repertoire. She carries the Odissi tradition forward with close to 50 choreographies and also contributes to improving the appreciation and understanding of Indian dance traditions, both in India and abroad, as a visiting professor, scholar, and presenter of seminars, festivals, and exhibitions. She has bridged cultures, performing extensively throughout India and the USA, as well as Canada, Mexico, England, Brazil, Japan, and lot many places. Guru Sharan was featured as herself in the award-winning Telugu film Swarna Kamalam, Golden Lotus, directed by K. Vishwanath to inspire the heroine to value her own Indian dance heritage. A Fulbright and AIIS Smithsonian scholar, she holds an honors degree in humanities, fine arts, and Asian studies, and as well as an MA in dance from the University of Michigan. Her books include Odissi Dance, The Dancing Phenomena Kelukcharan Mahapatra, The Performing Arts of India, Development and Spread Across the Globe, Art Without Frontiers, Classical Dance and Music of India. In addition to Odissi, Guru Sharan is trained in Manipuri dance, Mayurbhanj and Saraikela Chhau. She is also the founder of Manasa, Art Without Frontiers. She has been showered with many accolades and honors, which includes the Government of India's 1991 Acharya Narendra Dev Sarokar Samajik Samman, presented by the Prime Minister, and the Delhi Government Sahitya Kala Parishad Samman 1992 for outstanding individual contribution to Indian arts. Prabhasi Odia Samman in 2018, Prabhasi Bhasha Samman 2019. A very warm welcome to you, Guruji. Guruji, if I may start off with asking you, in this pandemic, when we all are cooped up at our home, how have you managed to keep your passion for Odissi alive in yourself as well as your students?
Well, thank you, Siddhartha. It's an interesting question where some of us feel that this is not the time for dance, and others feel this is more than anything the time for dance. Um, we are all so troubled by the terrible tragedies and suffering and loss, and yet the arts have always been something that sustains us. So when you think of art as a frivolous entertainment, then definitely one should not be focused on that. But when you think of Odissi dance art as something that gives a meaning, that has a metaphysical import, that takes you aesthetically, spiritually to another level of inner peace, then it has a very important place in this time to help us get through this terrible tragic pandemic.
Next, we go to Guru Padmashree Datuk Ramli Ibrahim from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Trained as an engineer, but he has been building his career in the arts for over 40 years. He's a man who wears many hats: dancer, teacher, choreographer, music composer, painter, theatre director, as well as an ambassador of culture. The Indian government has honored him with Smt Madhumita Academy Award and the Padmashree for his contributions to Odissi classical dance. The Malaysian government has also honored him with Datuk. Currently, he is the artistic director of Sutra Dance Theatre and the chairman of the Sutra Foundation in Kuala Lumpur. He travels the world with his entourage, performing in many major cities of different countries. A very warm welcome to you, Guruji. Guruji, if I may ask you, since you have been with us right from the beginning, from the first episodes, and you have seen so many students performing, what would you like to say to the gurus, the dancers, and the Odissi lovers, and the Odissi community at large, who are all confined to their homes right now, and we don't know for how long?
Well, like what Sharon was saying, that there is the dance has connect us with the divinity of the arts, which is very important. There is the entertainment aspect, but what is also very important is the divinity. But what has happened, I think, during the last a year over during the pandemic is the online thing has made many dancers closer together. And I think there is a kind of a camaraderie, a closeness that we have felt. And I think the pandemic has brought us closer together, and somehow the diaspora Odissi dancers are able to connect with one another and feel this kind of fraternity among them. So I think this is a very good thing. And when the whole thing is over, I think there will be a kind of a networking, much more closer networking happening then.
Thank you, Guruji. Next, we go to Nithyacharya Pandit Guru Rabindra Atibudhi from Mumbai, India. A devoted guru, brilliant choreographer, and an excellent Madala artist of great eminence, Guru Atibudhi was one of the pioneer gurus who took Odissi outside of Orissa way back in 1968. After spending a couple of years in Delhi, he moved to Mumbai to teach Odissi. In 1972, he founded Odissi Kalakshetra to promote Odissi performing arts. He is a disciple of Gurus Pankaj Charan Das, Kelucharan Mahapatra, Devaprasad Das, and Mayadhar Raut. Acharya Atibudhi has received several prestigious awards at the state and national level, including the Odisha Sangeet Natak Academy Award, the Senior Dance Fellowship Award from the Central Government of India, the Shringarmani Award, the National Award, and the World Friendship Award in the US. Guruji has also trained several renowned Odissi dancers, some of whom are now leading actresses in the Indian film industry. A very warm welcome to you, Guruji. गुरुजी, आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि अभी जो सिचुएशन है जहां हम सब घर के अंदर बंद पड़े हुए हैं, आपका क्या संदेश होगा इस ओडिसी प्रेमियों के लिए और डांसर्स के लिए और उन गुरुओं के लिए जो सब घर पे हैं और बाहर नहीं निकल पा रहे?
अभी इस वक्त बॉम्बे में तो बहुत कुछ तकलीफ चल रही है, क्योंकि कोविड का इतनी ज्यादा है जो हवा में है, इसलिए कोई भी बाहर नहीं जाते हैं, सब अपने अपने घर के अंदर ही रहते हैं। और कहीं उनको ऐसा लगता है कि घर के अंदर भी हवा आ जाए, इसलिए घर भी सब दरवाजे भी बंद करके रखते हैं। तो इस समय पे हमारे जो नृत्य है, जो उड़ीसी नृत्य है, वो तो श्री जगन्नाथ जी के शरीर से लेके उनके जो भाव है, उनके जो कर्म है, वो कर्म उड़ीसी नृत्य में पूरा बंधा हुआ है। इसलिए हम क्या करते हैं कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट है या बाहर में भी जो कोई स्टूडेंट है जो भी हमको मतलब ऑनलाइन के अंदर नृत्य करते हैं, उनको यही समझाते हैं कि ये जो कोविड आया है, ये कोविड एक मतलब एक तकलीफ लेके आया है, पर उसको हम लोग किस तरह का हटा सकते हैं। क्योंकि नृत्य के जरिए, नृत्य जो है मन भाव, हृदय, ध्यान, ज्ञान और शरीर का अंग अंग अवयव, हर चीज एक साथ चलता है। उसमें क्या होता है कि हम अपने आप को भूल जाते हैं। हम अब जब अपने आप को भूल जाते हैं तो ये रोग जो भी आता है वो भी हट जाता है। इसलिए उनको यही समझाते हैं कि वो इस नृत्य को मन के अंदर से लेकर नृत्य करो, तो ये सब कुछ हट जाएगा। एक दिन जरूर सब अच्छा ही अच्छा, पूरा भारत में क्या पूरा विश्व में अच्छा ही रूप लेकर आएगा।
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. So next on our panel, we go to Guru Sangeeta Das from Puducherry or Pondicherry, India. She has been a prominent Odissi dancer for the past 4 decades and was the most sought after Odissi artist in the 1980s. She received her master's in Odissi from Utkala Sangeeta Mahavidyalaya under the guidance of famous Odissi gurus Devi Prasad Das and Durgacharan Ranveer. She has also acted in several Odia movies. In 2013, Guru Sangeeta received the National Sangeet Natak Academy Award for her contribution to Odissi dance. A very warm welcome to you, Guruji. Guruji, if I may ask you, you have traveled to Odisha during these COVID times and did some workshops there. How was your experience of teaching students during these difficult times?
Yes. In January, I was in Bhubaneswar, and that was a little safer time. Like it was little free of COVID. India was little free of, I don't know if it's free of COVID, but at least the danger was not much. So that time I had some classes also there. Then when I came back, like I could understand that again we are going to enter in the second phase. Okay. My personal feeling is, okay, COVID is dangerous, like it's not a good time, it's very scary, but nothing comes, everything is created by the divine. And divine doesn't create anything without any purpose. So there is a purpose behind all the incidents. And now my personal feeling is, this is the time when you prepare yourself. So what I am doing, like always we are scattered, like our mind is scattered. We are always looking for programs, this, that, classes. Okay, fine. But now this is the time you must go inside. I don't say you have to leave dance, but you go inside and find your own soul, like, and who are you and what you have to do. And like when you realize like why you have come here, like the truth behind yourself. And surrender, everything you surrender to the divine. Like that's what I'm doing. And you practice, you do your work. This time will not stay. Nothing is permanent. So this time will definitely go. But this time will never, it may not come in lifetime, in our lifetime. So this is actually a very, very important time. And if you can utilize it to manifest yourself and to realize the divine and your work, that impact will have, that will have the impact on your work. And I'm taking online classes and I'm very hopeful. Like the way we are working, I'm working now rather more hard and more details and not looking for any programs or anything. I'm just happy because no program, nothing, and I can concentrate on the divine and I can concentrate on my work and I am feeling happy. Okay. See, sometimes when you see about this COVID, this thing, that thing, many people are dying even in our family also. There is someone who is fighting with death. So these are not very positive thing, but truth is truth, and you have to accept the truth. You have to go further, and you have to realize the higher truth why it is all this happening. And it is a time when you can make yourself more stronger. You can feel the divine presence. You can prepare yourself for a divine realization, and that will have a strong impact on your dance. And that's what I also tell my students. And in one way, inside, I am happy and peaceful. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. So next on our panel, Guru Mondira Balkaransingh from Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. She is a professional dancer, teacher, choreographer, actress, and arts administrator with extensive experience in teaching and performing at the international level. She held academic positions at the University of Trinidad and Tobago to teach dance and theatre. She learnt Odissi from Padmashree Guru Mayadhar Rao at the Bharatiya Kala Kendra, New Delhi, and was the most prominent and charismatic Odissi dancer in New Delhi in the 1970s before emigrating to the West Indies. Welcome to the show, Guruji.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guruji, if I may ask you, I guess you're quite busy during these pandemic times. What would you like to say to the gurus, the dancers, the Odissi lovers, and the community, Odissi community at large, who are all at home right now and we don't know for how long?
I'm not really so busy now because there is a lockdown in Trinidad and there's no gathering of people. So, and I try with, especially with the older girls, to take virtual classes through Zoom. So in fact, I am not very comfortable teaching, but since they're seniors, it's easy for them to follow. But I realized that if I don't do it, they would be even more depressed because dance is now part of their life, believe it or not. And so I just encourage them just to continue and not to lose hope. And anytime they're depressed or they cannot do so many other things because they're young people, you know, some have families and children. So just encourage them to dance. And, you know, sometimes what I would do, I would take a little Ashtapadi from the Geet Govind, not to teach. Of course, they know some, but there are certain ones that I myself don't know, but I would like to relate to them the meaning of it, the story of it. And so, you know, there's so much for them to know also. So that's basically it, you know, just to continue dancing. And that's what we are doing. So I'm now more comfortable. Like I'm pretty comfortable now with you all too. So speaking to a screen basically, but it's good. It's good. It's depressing too, but as I said, you go in the studio and you just put on the music and that's it, you know, you just movements like Krishna and Trivangi, you know, how this whole concept of divine, that infusion of the spirit of Krishna. I mean, I'm far from that, but at least, you know, we all try. And hats off to all the gurus and students who are performing in these times, even though it's not a, you know, an audience-oriented performance. But thank you all, and I enjoy looking at it and spreading the Odissi to the whole world. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So next on our panel, Guru Jayashri Mahapatra from USA. She learned Odissi in the 1970s from the legendary Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra and Guru Raghunath Datta at the Kalavikas Kendra in Cuttack, Odisha. Guru Jayashri has been very dedicated to the cause of spreading Odissi in Montreal, Canada and Boston, USA for the past 3 decades as a teacher and choreographer. Some of her students have also become professional Odissi dancers in the US circuit. A very warm welcome to you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Guruji, USA is slowly limping back to normal, but other countries are still struggling. What would your message be to the entire Odissi community who are all confined to the 4 walls of their homes?
First of all, I really pray for everybody's well-being. Let the normalcy come back soon, very soon. I do understand whole world is going through a difficult time, and especially during this lockdown, even though USA is coming back to the normal activities. Still, we are like old people are taking precautions, staying home. Like we are locked down ourselves as a precaution. And about promoting the dance, or how do you spend your time during lockdown? Just recently, we had a program. Believe me or not, we kept busy ourselves collecting all the dance from everywhere, including Odissi Dance Academy from Texas. So we collected, we compiled everything, and we telecasted. Thanks to the technology, number one. And we have to be busy. We have to be very busy, keep ourselves busy. That's the only way we can keep ourselves calm. We can keep ourselves spirited. And dance is the best form. I don't know, for me, dance is the best form to lift up my own spirit. And I try to lift up my student spirit too. If as Guru Mondira ji said, I give tasks to my students also, like videotape your dance, send to me. Then I go with them, go through the video with them, say like correcting their moves, which is beautiful. Like their time passes, my time passes too. It's not an easy task to go through the video each one's and go one by one, correct, like correcting or like helping them to understand the dance. So keep dancing, I would say. Keep teaching all the gurus. Find the means how you can improve or spread the teaching. And all the newcomers, all the dancers, please keep dancing. That's all I request everybody. Keep dancing, no matter what. And Odissi is the best, but still keep dancing. Anything, even just hip hop or anything, but keep dancing. That will keep you going in this difficult time.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Now we come to the most exciting part of the program, our dancers and their performances. The first performer of the day is Sachiko Murakami from Japan. Sachiko's love affair with dance started at the tender age of 6 with classical ballet. She then went on to train in various other dance styles like jazz, modern, and the Balinese classical dance. Her introduction to classical Odissi happened under the guidance of Miss Saiko Hamada, a student of well-known Odissi guru Madhavi Mudgal. Since then, she has honed her skills under numerous gurus like Srimati Rosalind Mahapatra, Sri Lingaraj Swai, and Dr. Ratna Roy. She has performed in several cities across India, Japan, Canada, and USA. Her awards includes International Nritya Bhushan Award in 2008 at the International Theatre Festival, India Theatre Olympiad, the IIDF Award 2015, Sanjukta Panigrahi Memorial Award, and many others. She is the organizer of Odissi dance group Padmini Kulam, and she is the founder of Indian Classical Dance and Culture School called Odissi Dance Center, ODC, in Osaka, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Sachiko Murakami from Osaka, Japan. That was a beautiful and a very elegant performance, Sachiko, an ode to Lord Shiva. Before I move on to the gurus, could I ask you first? Please tell us, you have been trained in many dance forms. What attracted you to Odissi?
Okay. Namaskar. First, I'd like to say a few words in Odia. Mote, etalo bahut baro sujoga dele, bahut dhanyavad, mote bahut kusi lagila. Odissi one word, mane bahut wonderful show, because Guru, bahut Guru mane performance pole, बहुत बढ़िया गुरु माने को गाइडेंस देले, फीडबैक माने बहुत मीनिंग a lot to us. It me motivation a lot, and especially बाहर लोग को मिलते चांस किचे नहीं, सेति पाइन बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Coming back to the question, what attracted Odissi? About Odissi, I found an incredible combination of beauty and grace, and then devotion and spirituality. And then I had fallen in love with Odissi before. At that time, I wanted to learn some form of dance that could bring out the spiritual self of mine. And also, I'm really interested about the taste of Oriental. So after I knew Odissi, I was deeply moved by the grace and divine aspect of Odissi. And then I developed a passion for it. And then, so Odissi mane mo painki like a prayer. So I could express myself. And it gave me the power to live. So very difficult time, but no matter what happened, I don't want to stop and then keep on dancing. And then I promote Odissi in my country. So Seita Molo Jibanolo Lakya. Said by Odissi. I love Odissi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sachiko. That was wonderful. Now let's move on to our gurus and listen to what they have to say about your performance. So I would start with Guru Jayashri Mahapatra. What would you like to say about her dance?
Hello, Sachika.
Namaskar.
First of all, congratulations for all your awards. Congratulations learning Odia and speaking very fluently, I would say.
Thank you very much.
Very good. And also thank you for learning Odissi. Thank you for choosing out of, like, you've been learning so many dances, but choosing Odissi as your one of the career, right? You were by profession now Odissi dancer, right? And you
Yes.
have Odissi school. So I really congratulate you. And Bho Sambho, beautiful dance. And what a combination. Bho Sambho is like more Ugra and Tandava style. And then you come back Lajemu, Morijipiki, right? Beautiful Odia Abhinaya. Your expression is beautiful. I mean, graceful. Keep up dancing. You are in a right path. Keep practicing, keep dancing, and keep spreading Odissi dance. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Mondira, what do you have to say about her dance?
I agree 100% with what Guruji just spoke about her dance. And the choreography, Srimati Rojalin Mohapatra, was very well depicted. And Sachiko, your Lasha aspect was with so much grace as opposed to the Tandav aspect, the destruction and the creation of Shambhu, the Bhu Shambhu. Only I felt that the Lasha was so beautifully depicted, and the Tandav was very good too, but it could have been a little stronger. That's the only thing I felt. But I loved the combination, and your costumes for both the dances were beautiful, and especially when you came into the light, it had a different aura altogether. And the lyrics were divine. Obviously, it's written by the great person, and so beautiful, Sachiko. Keep on dancing. I loved your Abhinaya, Lajemon. You depicted the various layers of the Lajja, the feeling shy, and of course the effervescent Krishna. Very, very nice. Just keep on dancing. And I guess for everyone who is spiritual, base takes, because they're all from temple dances, it adds so much to the dance, and the relationship comes out so much more clearer. So continue dancing, and congratulations to all your teachers, gurus, and everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Now I would like to ask Guru Sangeeta, what would you say about Sachiko's performance?
First, I will tell that Sachiko, you have taken so much of pain to make this video. Actually, it is very tough to handle, like single-handedly do all this work. And thanks a lot for this. It's a great work. It's actually great work. And your like the starting point from that inner stage, and like that innovative ideas, All this really I was very impressed. And with those, that Shiva's item, that as Ramli Bhai told, like all the stances were very clear. It was clear that you're a very talented dancer and experienced dancer. I also felt the same. There should be some kind of, like Tandava. When it comes to Shiva, always our eyes try to find out some Tandavic aspect. I don't say it should be always Tandavic, but some kind of power.
Yes,
Some kind
yes.
of power should be there. It is not your fault. It is, I think, with the choreography it should have come. And otherwise, whatever you have learned and you have given all the justice to your dance and your item. And with the Lajemu Galini, sorry, like I work a lot with the Abhinaya. For
Oh,
me, uh, for me, Abhinaya is like in everything, and even one look. So when I was watching it, I was trying to feel, that Lajemus Galini, sorry, the, you don't have to take only that Lajemu Galini, sorry, but why, like why you felt that Lajo, that shame, because he took the sari, okay, and when you say Laje, Laje, God, it can be done in many ways.
mm-hmm.
Laje, sorry. But you have to feel it. Like you have to really feel that you're totally in shy. Like, please give it. No, what are you doing? So that kind of feeling has to come. But
Yes,
you are doing. But I'm just like it is my own experience and my own feeling. So try it, like to feel it. Become it. Just
okay.
become it. Okay. Otherwise, you are really very, very strong dancer, and we are very happy to see you. I think first time I saw you, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji. Now we move to Guru Sharon Lowen. What do you think about Sachiko's performance?
Yes, thank you. So I I very much enjoyed the performances and her choices of what she did. The Beauchambeau, of course, is a very profound theme. It's an evergreen theme. And I think that what the other gurus have said, when you have seen the theme done in various choreographies, you are aware that other choreographies do have more of Tandav dance. But I felt that this choreography was beautifully matched for her capabilities and probably for the audience that she's presenting it for. She obviously did a good job of it. She's well balanced in her poses, and the images were clearly defined. So you get these images. So even without having the ton of dance that we generally associate with it, I think that it was complete. It was well matched, and it would allow both the audience and her as the performer to really realize the intent of those iconographic images. So it was very well done, and I think the choreography was intentional, and it worked for that reason. When it comes to the abhinaya, it has often been said that the essence of Odissi is Laja, and
Yes.
this piece of Lajmu really was a lovely choice. And I felt that she had a very balanced quality of that modesty and that shyness. It was very sensitive, and she did communicate that Shringar Bhakti of the Nayaka. And so that was a pleasure to see that essential laja in her performance.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I congratulate her on a beautiful job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Ramli Ibrahim, what is your opinion about Sachiko's performance?
I I I enjoyed Sachiko's dance. It's quite obvious that she has put a lot of effort over many years to master the Odissi technique. However, because I enjoyed the Odia Abhinaya much more, the Lajemu, because I could see more of her understanding of the Odissi nuances through the Abhinaya, whereas the Bo Shambho, because we have seen so much of this very famous Dayananda Saraswati's composition, especially in Bharatanatyam, I would have preferred the music even to have had the Odissi element in it. You know, it's very difficult when you look at the dance not to bring also the composition into, you know, I mean, Sachiko has got no choice but to be directed in the choreography of the work. I would have, you know, instead of just seeing a lot of stances of Shiva, it could have been some Tandava dance incorporated into it that I would like to see. But of course, you know, I think Sachiko has got the aesthetics right. And I enjoyed her performance very much. I enjoyed the Odia Abhinaya very much, and I thought that she has you know, definitely showed that she's a matured dancer. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji.
Guru रविंद्र अतिबुद्धि था। गुरुजी, आपको सांचिको के डांस के बारे में कैसे लगा और आपका ओपिनियन दीजिए।
सचिको, उन्होंने शिव जी के ऊपर जो नृत्य उन्होंने किया है, उनकी शुरुआत भी बहुत खूबसूरत एक अलग टाइप के रहा है, जैसे कि कोई मंदिर के अंदर एक मूर्ति बैठा हो और वहां से वो धीरे धीरे डेवलप होके बाहर निकल के, जैसे पत्थर मूर्ति बाहर निकल के नृत्य करने लगती है। तो इस टाइप का उन्होंने नृत्य किया है। और शिव शंभु, शिव जी तो हमारे प्रथम नर्तक है, जो कि हम उनके चरण के धूल को हम लोग हर कोई अपने माथे पर लेकर चलते हैं। हर कोई मतलब हमारे जो नृत्य के परिवार है वो शिव जी के ही परिवार है। तो शिव जी का उन्होंने भो शंभो, उसके ऊपर जो उन्होंने मूवमेंट किया, जो एक्सप्रेशन किया, जो भाव किया, जो भंगी किया, वो बहुत अच्छा रहा। और उनके नृत्य में मैंने देखा कि जब अभिनय करते हैं, अभिनय में ज्यादा नृत्य नहीं होता है। पहले जमाने में हम लोग जब करते थे, मतलब अभी समझे कि 45-50 इयर्स पहले, तो उसमें खाली अभिनय ही होता था। पाँव के छंद के ऊपर इतने नृत्य नहीं होता था, खाली अभिनय के ऊपर, एक्सप्रेशन के ऊपर, फेस के ऊपर, मुद्रा के ऊपर नृत्य होता था। तो उस नृत्य को उन्होंने कायम किया दोनों गाने में, पहले नृत्य में भी और दूसरे नृत्य में भी वही कायम किया। उनके जो गुरु है गंगाधर प्रधान जी, पद्मश्री गंगाधर प्रधान जी, उनका जो कोरियोग्राफ था बहुत अच्छा रहा। बस ये बहुत सुंदर रहा।
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Guru Rabindra Atibudhi.
So we move to our next performer. Our next performer is Aneesh Raghavan. Aneesh is the disciple of the well-known Odissi exponent and our panel guru, Srimati Sangeeta Das. He has trained under her for 13 years in the Guru Devi Prasad Das style of Odissi. He is an alumnus of Sri Aurobindo International Center of Education and completed his master's with excellence in Sanskrit from the Puducherry University. He's also trained in Carnatic music under the guidance of renowned vocalist and composer Sri Rajkumar Bharati. Music, dance, coupled with a deep understanding of Sanskrit, he believes makes an Indian dancer a complete artist. A recipient of the Spandan Cultural Award, the Yuva Pratibha Award, and the South Zone Cultural Young Talent Award for the year 2016. Aneesh has performed extensively in India, including a dance performance before the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, in 2013. He has also traveled and performed in Bahrain, France, Italy, Germany, Malaysia, and Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Aneesh Raghavan from Puducherry, India.
तग थैया थै त हता तागड़ तग थैयम थै त हता तागड़ तग थैयम थै त हता तागड़ तग थैयम थै त हता गदी गनदा गदी गनदा गदी गनदा तीन गीता के तक गदी गनदा गदी गनदा गदी गनदा तीन गीता के तक गदी गनदा गदी गनदा गदी गनदा दिनक तकता दिने धागता दिनक दिनेता बामदक्षे पताक तोळी लोळा इतकरी वेष्टिता श्रीभंगरी तीरे मिळित दृष्टीरे शिर परे हस्तनिस्त ध्वनि चकित होई विस्मित अंग भंगे लस गति गति धीर धीर भावे हुए स्थिर भंगी अळसाना मटी भंगी अळसाना मटी भंगी अळसाना मटी तक ता धीरा ता ता धीरा ता ता जेना ता की ता की जेना ता ता जेना ता जेना ता ता जेना ता ता जेना ता ता जेना ता की ता जेना ता की ता जेना ता ता जेना ता जेना ता ता जेना की ता ता जेना ता ता प्रेमी ता की ता किट तक जेना तक किट तक प्रेमी तक तक जेनु तक जेनु की ता ता जेनु ता ता प्रेमी ता की ता किट तक जेना तक किट तक प्रेमी तक तक जेनु जेनु धागे दादा पिंदा तक दादा पिंदा धागे दादा पिंदा तक दे दे ता दे ता किट दे दे तकुंदारी पिता झेणु तारिता तकुंदारी कुंदा झे तकुंदारी पिता झेणु तारिता कीटा तक झेणा तक दिमी तक दिगु तक ताकुंदारी कीटा तक कीटा तक ताकुंदारी कीटा तक कीटा तक तकुंदारी कीटा तक कीटा तक तकुंदारी कीटा तक कीटा तक तकुंदारी कुंदा दाग दाग दिगला तकुंदा देखुंदा दाग दाग दिगला तकुंदा देखुंदा दाग दाग दिगला ताता धै धै मद्दलबा धै किति तक धै संचारी तातिन तातिन तक तिनक तक दितक पताक हस्त विस्तारी धोत दलंग तक धैता परा ब्रूत शिर तातिन तातिन ता धै धै कटक धै 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 कटक धै अति भंग समतीता धै धै मद्दल छंदे उकुट विस्तरी अंगे दलंग धै धै किटक धै धै मद्दल वादन रंगे मद्दल वादन रंगे मद्दल वादन रंगे Take ting day day dalang tak din dalang ta take ting day dalang tak din dalang ta to dinak tak day dinak ta day ta tin dinak ta to
tak de dinak ta kak de ta kak de ta tin dinak de ta ting dinak de ta kak de ta ting dinak de ta ting dinak de ta kak de ting dinak de ta ta tin dinak ta tin dinak tin ta kak ting dinak de ta kak de ting dinak de ta ting dinak de ta kak de ting dinak de ta Tatini tinaka tatini tinaka tini taka de dinaka tini dinaka tini de dinaka tini dinaka tini de dinaka dinaka tini de dinaka dinaka tini taka tini taka tini taka tini taka tini ta de taka de ta ta de de ganda tha ting ganda tha ting ganda tha ta de ganda tha ting ganda tha ting ganda tha ta de ting ganda tha ting ganda tha ting ganda tha tin ta tin ta ta tin ta tin ta ta tin ta ta de ta de ta gadi ke ta gadi ke tha gadi ke tha gadi ke de ta de ta gadi ke tha
Jayashree
Thank you, Aneesh. That was an amazingly graceful performance. Now, before moving on to our gurus, I would like to ask you, how has Sanskrit deepened your understanding of Odissi?
Namaste. I would
Namaste.
like to say at the outset that it's a very beautiful opportunity, especially in these trying times, to be part of Odissi. And this art form, like most art forms in India, traces back to very old origins. And they were all expressed in our Shastras, which were usually written in Sanskrit. So, right from the beginning, I had always felt that on one side, I had a love for the scriptures, and on the other side, I had the love for art, culture, and dance in particular. And there was a time where I realized that dancers who depended so much on the Sanskrit lyrics were sometimes having to depend completely on Sanskrit scholars who would interpret the works perfectly, but who might not be aware of the constraints that the dancers face practically. And on the other side, the scholars who get the opportunity to look into several criticism of poetry, of literary comments that have been there throughout centuries, that literature which they are exposed to is not something which a dancer gets to see very easily. And this pushed me to take up both these forms, both these subjects, both these fields, so that it can make me complete, it can make me look at what I'm dancing with lot more depth, and yet be aware of what is required for today's practical situation in dance. And that is what made me take up Sanskrit, and has helped me a great deal in understanding the nuances of the language, even the Odia Abhinayas, because Odia is a very close to Sanskrit. It's almost, it is almost Sanskrit, just in another presented differently, that's all. So the champus and the chandas, which have so many Sanskrit words, I'm extremely glad, and I feel very blessed to have got into Sanskrit to understand the nuances of these words, so that I can express at least something of what I understand in the dance that I practice.
That's so wonderfully put, Anish. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the Guru. Guru Mandira, what do you think of Anish performance?
First of all, I loved Aneesh. His performance was wonderful. And second of all, it's great to see a male Odissi dancer. So continue, Aneesh. You are under the guidance of a great guru, and just continue. That's great. Your postures, technique, movements were well defined, very well defined, and your transitions again from this the lyrical aspect to the more strong aspect was well depicted. And I especially like this Thai. I especially like the part with the Madala. I found that so I've seen it before, but I found that so very well done. So continue. And your Nayana Saja, sorry if I don't, Shaja Kanjana Nayana, the lotus-eyed Radha, and the Chanchal, or the very naughty Krishna, was very well done. And I think because of your background into understanding the words and the so many layers of meaning, it came out very well. So just continue dancing, and as all of us do, we continue to learn. And the transition from, yeah, I told you, the transition from Radha to Krishna and vice versa was smooth. So, and all the best.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Jayashri Mahapatra, what do you think of Anesh's performance?
Welcome, Aneesh. First of all, thank you for learning dance again and again. I'm going to say to everyone, thank you for learning Odissi dance. Thank you for promoting Odissi dance. And also I want to mention here, Odissi is a beautiful, beautiful work you all are doing to promote the Odissi from different part of the world. What a wonderful job you're doing, Siddhartha. Thank you very much for giving chance for these new artists in a worldwide stage, I would call it. Even it's the computer, but it's a stage. So Aneesh, Sai, as I say, like Sai is the second item of the Odissi repertoire. Very well performed. Postures are very nicely done, especially your bhangis and bending down with the body movement. You know, being a male dancer and being a female dancer, that's also different way to present it, right? You did exactly what a male dancer would do. That's the very good. I really congratulate your teacher, your guru, for that, for teaching you differently than teaching a lady or a girl Odissi. You know, that's a, and Saja Kunja Nayana, believe me or not, that's my favorite abhinaya, one of the favorite abhinaya. So beautifully expressed Radha and Krishna. And I never thought Saja Kunja, a male dancer, can perform, but now my prospect has changed. My vision of Odissi has changed. That it looked beautiful, actually. It really looked beautiful with you. So keep up dancing, keep on good works, and keep practicing. You look very young. Still, you traveled almost half of the world. You achieved so many. So looks like you are in a right path. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. And keep promoting Odissi too. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Now I would like Ramli Bhai to come in and say something about Anesh's performance.
Yes, I am so I'm a great fan of Aneesh. I've seen him since he was a young boy, and really wonderful to see him grow and focus from strength to strength. And what is wonderful is to see, as what Sharon Ji has said, that it is a well-cooked work, in the sense that we do not want to see an too overt an effort in abhinaya or in technique, and it's just right. And what you see is the dance itself rather than Aneesh the dancer, and he has subsumed himself to the art form. And this is, I think, a congratulation to the Guru, Sangeeta, for being able to bring out the best of his personality to come as a confluence with the dance. And you know, the balance of technique and abhinaya, and you know, I mean, I can see the androgyny of the dance form too in Aneesh, which is very important, I thought. But I don't see the male-female as an overt kind of thing, but I see he playing the dance. And it's wonderful to see the stai of Guru Dugra Sharanandir, which I'm not familiar with. And it's lovely to see this wonderful stai. and a wonderful choreography or composition of Sangeeta on the Odia Abhinaya. So really, I really enjoyed it. And Aneesh, please keep on growing in this organic manner, and a true kind of devotee to Odissi, and beautifully executed, and congratulations.
So much. Thanks.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Sharon Lowen, would you like to come in and say something about Aneesh's performance?
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it's a pleasure to see a good dancer, and it's also a pleasure to see a good male dancer. And everything about his performance was aesthetic. I felt that his style was, I'm not as conversant as, of course, Ramli and Sangeeta and others with the variations on style that have been done from the way it was first presented by Deva Prasad Das. But I really enjoyed the variations that he did in it. And in total, it was very aesthetic. And I found it interesting, his choice of of the front fan in his costume, which is something that we don't see that often in dancers, and also with male dancers. And I enjoyed it. It was a very aesthetic costume. The whole ahari, everything was beautiful. And as far as his abhinaya goes, again, we did not see Aneesh. We saw the gopi and we saw Radha. And this is very important that we get that sense so that we can enjoy really the nectar of that bhava. And it was very subtle, balanced. Nothing was overdone, nothing melodramatic or histrionic, not underdone, and perfectly well cooked, and a wonderful performance. It was really a joy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Rabindra Atibudhi, आप क्या बोलेंगे अनीश के बारे में?
बहुत सुंदर तरीके से रामली भाई और सायरन जी बताए उनके बारे में। और अनेश राघवन एक पुरुष नृत्य जिसको बोलते पुरुष नृत्य, तो पुरुष होके भी हर प्रकार के जो अभिनय को अपने अंग से प्रकट कर सकते हैं, वो उन्होंने अनेश राघवन ने वो किया। और वो इसलिए किए कि उनके गुरु जो है संगीता दास जी, हमें बहुत अच्छी तरह जानते हैं उनको, कि उनका हमेशा एक कुछ करने की, नया चीज करने की या सिखाने की जो तरीका है बहुत अच्छी तरह है। तो उससे मालूम पड़ा और मैं रहने पाया उनका जो अंग है, जो एक पुरुष का अंग के ऊपर नृत्य को जो भाव दिया जाता है, और उस चीज को मैंने लिख दिया। कुंचित केश शशिवर्ण शोभा, कुंचित केश शशिवर्ण शोभा, शोभा उनका शशिवर्ण है, यानी कि चांद की जैसे शोभा। कर्ण कुंडल तिलक मनोरोभा, कर्ण कुंडल तिलक मनलोभा, विशाल वक्ष कटिजानुसंगी, विशाल वक्ष कटिजानुसंगी, नृत्य प्रवीण मनोहर भंगी, नृत्य प्रवीण मनोहर भंगी, पुरुषांग अंग नृत्य मनोलोभा, कर्ण कुंडल तिलक मन लोभा। तो ये जो उनका जो शरीर है नृत्य के लिए, जैसे हमारे नाट्य शास्त्र में लिखा है कि किस तरह का शरीर होना चाहिए, अंग होना चाहिए, वो अंग प्रभु ने दिया हुआ है। और गुरु की आशीर्वाद उनके ऊपर है। तो उन्होंने बहुत सुंदर अभिनय भी, उन्होंने उड़िया अभिनय को बहुत सुंदर तरीके से दिखाया। और नृत्य जो कि गुरु दुर्गाचरण रणबीर जी हमारे दोस्त, बहुत नजदीक के दोस्त हैं, उनकी जो कोरियोग्राफ बहुत सुंदर, राम हरि जी के म्यूजिक बहुत सुंदर और गाए भी बहुत सुंदर। तो ये बहुत सारे चीज को मिलाकर एक अद्भुत वर्ड, एक चीज हम बता सकते हैं कि एक अद्भुत है। और इस तरह का हमेशा योग जैसा है नृत्य, और योग को हमेशा वो अपने आप में रखे और हमेशा वो करते रहे, यही।
बहुत शुक्रिया, प्रणाम।
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. And last but not the least, Guru Sangeeta Das, what would you like to say about your student Aneesh and his performance?
Hey, I have nothing to give as a feedback because I know what he does, and like every moment we are connected. And I'm so happy that everybody liked it, and they appreciated our hard work. It is actually hard work. You know, it's a perfection. I always say that perfection has no end. And I'm fortunate to get Anish, who is not only talented but dedicated, sincere, and he has, he can understand also. Very sometimes we don't work in a gross aspect. That gross aspect he has acquired it, like the technique, and he has understood. But in the finer aspect, sometimes even very intuitional aspect also we work. Like for example, in Abhinaya, there is one part like Sakhis looking at the other Sakhis. You know, it is a very, I would not say it's a very direct approach. It is a feeling that she's feeling happy that see all this gopi, they have gone there. She's telling Radha. So this thing, you know, like this small thing, we just sit and I always tell him that you try to feel. Then we both will sit, then I will do, then he will do, then we'll think, then we'll just take, pause. Then again and again, because you have to feel it from the inside. And that's what he does. And he's not only interested in dance, he is also he's a very good singer. He has training in Carnatic singing, and now he is very much into this champu and Odissi singing. He has a research mind. Quite, he loves to do research on this music and dance. He is also doing MA in Sanskrit, PhD in Sanskrit. So it is a big help for me because he's a very good student. He is a gold medalist also. So it's a really big help, you know, like to even for me, I'm telling you, though I am a guru, but I'm learning a lot from him. I admit it. And you have to, like you have to learn from everyone. So it is my guru's blessing, like my grand guru and my guru's blessing that I got this kind of student. And though I don't have many students here like him, or many students also like that I don't have, but I'm happy working with him. And I'm quite happy that you all loved his dance, and we'll definitely keep it up. I'm sure we will keep this, like we'll continue to work like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sangeeta. It's a wonderful touching statement from you. Thank you so much. So I'll now move to Aneesh. So Aneesh, you have to say a few words to our viewers, to our gurus, about you, about your journey in Odissi. And we heard that you are also a good singer, you are a scholar in Sanskrit, and what you want to see yourself in future in this world. We want to hear your own from your own words. Thank you so much. Please go ahead.
I would like to begin with thanking all the gurus here for encouraging me so much. Each of your words, your comments, they play a very important role for my progress. So I thank you from the heart, and I have definitely no words for my own guru who has helped me for all these years and who is constantly helping me and guiding me on such a beautiful path. And I just feel very fortunate to have come into this line of dance and come into contact. I feel it's a big blessings to have come in touch with my guru and through her with all of you also. So coming to this show or this Odissi, it's been a very interesting journey because of the times in which this is happening. It's a very tough time, and as Sharon ji had said in the beginning, it's always a debate whether one has to dance publicly or shouldn't they dance? Should it just be something kept for yourself? So I have always had both the ideas crossing my mind. But one thing which my guru constantly kept reminding me is that this is the best opportunity to focus on progressing at a finer level and at an individual level, where one practices on the details. Sometimes with programs and with schedules, you might have to just go race with time, but here time is offering you this moment to focus and perfect the smaller details. One more wonderful thing which happened during the lockdown was to revisit the childhood experience of learning items completely in a new way. That at that point of time I was so thrilled with Odissi that today when I look back, I sometimes feel bad I would bother my guru so much, because every day I have to just call her up randomly and tell her, can I come now and learn something, without even thinking whether and she was always positive about, she always said, yes, come. And I would rush, I would ask somebody to drop me to her house. And this thing happened during the lockdown. When the first lockdown began, I was wondering, there are no shows, there is nothing to do, only, and I was in any case practicing. But suddenly it struck me that I should go through my old videos, the old videos that I have. And I was fortunate to find very old videos of my own guru. And in those videos, I found certain dance pieces which she was doing years ago. And as she has such a big repertoire, there are these pieces that we don't see today, and she's also not been doing them. So when I came across those treasures, I thought of learning them with her, in her presence. And that gave took me back to that phase where one learns with all passion and excitement an item, and in fact feels bad that you are actually finishing to learn it. And my guru was a great support. She encouraged me to do this, and it came this opportunity of presenting it to all of you is a blessings for me. Thank you so much for this encouragement.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. I'm sure with these encouraging words and feedback from such stalwarts in the field of Odissi, will fire up both Sachiko and Aneesh to work harder and excel in their dance. We wish them the very best for their future. On that positive note, we would like to close this episode of O Odissi One World. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for writing into us. We are overwhelmed by the love and support we have received from our audience around the world. Thank you. O Odissi One World will come to you every month with new sets of artists from different parts of the globe. Please do tune in on the first Sunday of every month to encourage these young talents to who play a crucial role in keeping Odissi alive in different corners of the world. We have two new artists performing for us next month, that is July, and they are Chloe Romero from Montpellier, France, and Josna Manivasakam from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and do write in with your comments and questions. Do visit our website, odissyacademy.org. Thank you to all our esteemed gurus, our dancers, and our lovely online audience. Till we meet again next month, Namaskar and Jai Jagannath.
Yes.